fellas, we're back on the RS Turbo today, getting it ready for MOT next week. It's been sat in my driveway for months now, probably since the last video actually. So we're just going to go through it. I know there's a few issues on the car, sort a few issues, and hopefully stick it for an MOT and that pass. I'll just take you around and show you some issues, and then we'll get around to doing them. So one of the first issues that I had when I was driving it here is the wipers don't work, and as you saw by the clip driving, it was popping and banging when I was getting on boost, like it was on two-step basically. So I think it's going to be this earth here, which I know is a little bit of a dodgy earth, and you see there's the cables all loose on there, so we'll sort that out. Coming back inside, another problem that I know of is that seat bolt is missing from when I put the seats in, so I need to replace that. We need to sort this bumper out because the two studs behind there are broken, and this headlight is dropped as well, so we need to try and sort that out somehow, just to bring that up. And then just in case, just checking all the lights and whatnot. Ain't really much in here to do. As you see by the video at start, it's been sat there for minimum 3 months, and it just started up first time, no problems whatsoever, so we're all good there. The tyres are like this, you know about them, but we will whip the wheels off and just check all the brake lines and brakes and whatnot. Same with this one here. And as I say, we'll get up in the air and we'll have a little poke around to see what's what. I don't think there's too much wrong with it, to be honest with you, but we'll just poke around and see what the MOT things are, and we'll go for there and just try and tidy it up a little bit. As you can see, it's been sat in my driveway for months. It's just so dull and faded, just green everywhere. So I'm going to get my buddy around to give it a detail as well. Not that it's worth a detail, because it's a piece of shit basically, but it's, well, the paint is, but it do clean up quite nicely, and it is a 6-yarder car. You know, you think 6 yards away, well, that's quite a tight little car, and you get up close and start noticing bits like this little bit of rust in here. Someone's blown through with a polisher already, and again here on the trim, and just like all the crays and cracks in the bodywork. As I say, we'll get around to doing it eventually, but at this moment in time, it's just nice to have it on the road and drive it, and not really care about it that I'm driving around a fully restored RS Turbo. So it still gets the looks, because, you know, how often do you see one of these go down the road? And as I say, you go down the road, you notice it from down the road, and you think, bloody hell, that's a tidy car. So yeah, we'll get on and do some bits and pieces on it today, and hopefully get it all buttoned up for the MOT. I have got some low-end springs to put on it that I've had since I bought the car last year, and I just haven't got around to fitting them, so we might get around to fitting them today, and I might tidy up the gap in the arch a little bit. But because being these wheels are 8J wide, they do like to rub a little bit, so you know, you go over a bump and they do scrub and rub a bit, and I think lowering it will just make it even worse. But worst case scenarios, we'll just have to sell these wheels and get something that's 7.5J wide, or even 7J, but we'll get there eventually. Alright, bear with us, we'll get ready and we'll start cracking on with a few jobs. Alright, the balls deep here. I've gone around the vehicle. I just cleaned up all the brake pipes and gave them a coat of stone chip. Same like that all the way around really. They're in okay condition. As you can see, there's no real rust on them. So just clean them up and a bit of stone chip just to help protect it a little bit. And just a little bit around some seams that are starting to rust. Yeah, it's not so great at the back. These brake pipes are a little bit worse, but still good enough just to give them a clean and a little bit of coat of stone chip. Someone's already been around over some underseal type stuff, and around on the inside here someone had put that lovely strip of mastics all around the arch. You can see the arches are just a little bit crusty, and that spring seat is a little bit, well, for the imagination really. There's a little bit worse on the other side. That's all crusty, and that sill is a little bit crusty as well. But all the arches, same on this spring seat as well. It's going to be one of these points where you think to yourself, do I get it through an MOT and then think about moving it on, or do you go a bit further and start a restoration? But that has got to be a full bare metal shell restoration really, because there's so many patches of rust on it. And the worst points are around these arches and the rear of the sills, but the front looks pretty sound. There's some patches in the rear floor pan as well, which is a little bit scabby. Someone's just put a load of seam sealer and mastics and stone chip and stuff like that all over it. But we're just going to patch up for now, get it for the MOT so we can just drive it on the road. It's going to be perfectly safe. So I'm starting the process of putting the lowering springs in, and just start up on the rear here, because they're nice and easy. So I've gone for the Spax ones. So yeah, I'll carry on and do that. I'll get the fronts done as well, and I'll bring you back when it's all there, and we'll move on to the next point. all back together, guys. It says front springs all done. Rear springs are so simple. Just that bolt there, take that out, draw that bolt out, it's about 9 inches long, and then you can drop this arm down and the spring pops out. Reversal to put it all back together again. At the front here, just got that bolt there, 19mm, and 19mm at the top, and this just hammers down as you hammer that up, and that pops out there, lever bars, whatever, and that all comes out. And then you see me change the spring over and had no shit moment where the clamp slipped, but we weren't scared, was we? So we got this one in. This bolt here, that cross threaded going in, that went righty tighty in, and all of a sudden it went lefty loosey. If I can find the bolt, I will show you. You see that, but just picked up all the threads. Don't know whether it was me or a previous repair, but I just managed to re-tap it and I found another bolt that I managed to get in there, the right size. That's all good. I think we'll leave it there for today. Time's pressing on. I'll go home and get some dinner. So I'll get this video edited up in part 1, and then hopefully we should be able to fit the seat bolt, do the washers, do the wipers, and probably take this bumper off and fix these 2 studs in here, sort this headlight out, and that'll be next episode. And then we'll probably have a 3rd episode of it actually going through a test and seeing if it fails or passes. But I'm hoping that it's going to pass and we'll carry on from there. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next one.